Kressler with the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3.
2 up, 2 down. Kressler now with 2 strikeouts on the game, showing why St. Clair is undefeated. Can she keep it up?
Now batting number 16, the third baseman, Madeline Pappas. Kressler looks in for the sign, goes into the windup. The pitch, called strike 1. High strike there.
Really comfortable in the strike zone right now, finding those strikes, hitting the glove,
Kressler
keeping these batters from
looks in
swinging.
for the sign, throws the pitch, ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Pappas.
Pappas keeps a good eye on that ball, doesn't swing for that one, lets it go. 1-1 is the count.
Pappas. Next pitch is called strike. 1 ball, 2 strike here on Pappas. Kressler dealing here so far. First 2 batters have been strikeouts. Let's see if this trend continues with Pappas. Into the windup, the pitch. Swung on, popped up, first base side. Under it, second baseman caught by DiCarlo.
3 quick outs there for St. Clair's. The top of the first now done. St. Clair ready to get some bats going. Some great communication there from the infield to get under that ball, make sure that they get the out.
Pitching for Fanshawe with an amazing performance yesterday is Morgan Lowry.
If counting OCAA statistics in this league, Morgan had a great game last game.
She faces the most potent offense here in this league. They led every statistical category.
If not leading, they were second in statistical categories. Absolutely unstoppable, the St. Clair team. As a few fifth years, they've been together a while. Great coaching.
Leading off for St. Clair is Shaylin Murphy, the shortstop.
Fanshawe makes its final rotation with the ball around the horn, getting everything in. The throw to second, and we gear up to start the bottom of the first. St. Clair looking to open up the bats early in this game, get some runs on the board. There is a mercy rule in this tournament, and if you've looked at previous scores put up by St. Clair, they are all within that mercy bracket. Will they be able to do it to the host, Fanshawe?
Shane Murphy steps in the box to face Lowry.
Will Morgan Lowry be enough to stop these St. Clair?
Looks in for the sign. She's ready. Into the windup and the pitch. Called strike 1. The batter squared to bunt there, pulled back. Pitch was called a strike anyway.
A great pitch there. Morgan looks like she got her full warm-up and is ready to pitch here.
Lowry looks in, the pitch. Ball low. Ball gets away from the catcher. No damage there, as there is nobody on base. Murphy steps back in the box. Lowry gets her sign. Into the windup. That pitch. Swung on. Drilled up the middle. That's a base hit. A leadoff base hit for Murphy.
Nice hit there to open the game for St. Clair. Line drive past shortstop. And that's a base hit. Now with a runner on base, St. Clair starting the game well.
Now batting, number 16, Sierra Balter. Lowry, there's the pitch, swung on, called strike 1.
Fanshawe's infield collapsing in case of a bunt there. No bunt. The infield ready for that one.
Balter prepares for the 0-1 pitch from Lowry. Lowry gets her sign, goes into the windup, the pitch, ball inside.
Good control there from the back catcher as she fakes the throw to first, keeping the runner there.
Lowry looks in for the sign, gets her sign, it's now set, into the windup and the pitch, ball high. 2 balls and a strike here on Balter.
Morgan Lowry struggling to find the strike zone after that first pitch was a strike.
Lowry looking to even the count here. Gets her sign, goes into the wind, demand the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike two. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on Balter.
Great pitch. Morgan Lowry has the batter swinging on that one, but no contact is made as that's 2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs here.
Lowry goes in the windup. The 2-2 pitch called low. Full count here with nobody out and a runner on first here in the bottom of the first.
A low ball with some excellent patience there by the St. Clair batter.
Lowry looks into the count. Wind up, 3-2 pitch, swung on, hit into left field. That is caught by the left fielder, Jameson, for the first out of the inning.
Great job there by Emily Jameson to get under the ball, track it to get the out. That's the first out of the inning for Fanshawe. Still a runner on base.
Now batting the pitcher, Brianna Kressler.
Kressler is the best player in the league according to statistics and awards.
Kressler waits for the pitch from Lowry. Ball fouled off behind home plate and it drops for foul ball. Tough play for anyone to make as it was not very high.
Kressler coming out swinging, looking to make contact, advance that runner.
Lowry gets her sign, and the pitch swung on, fouled up, and out of play. 0-2 here.
2
Kressler.
Straight foul balls for Kressler. She's now 2 down in the count. Morgan Lowry, the best pitcher in the league, looking to put Kressler away here. This would be huge for Morgan Lowry to keep Kressler off base.
Lowry looks in for the sign. Into the line. The 0-2 pitch called low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Haven't seen too much movement here from Murphy on first base. Interesting to see if she decides to take off at any point. Kressler awaits the 1-2 pitch from Lowry. Swung on, fouled off the screen. Count remains 1-2.
Another foul as Kressler stays alive there, keeping the play going. 2 strikes, still 1 ball, 1 out.
Lowry looks in for the sign from the catcher. Kressler's waiting for the pitch. The pitch swung on, drilled, picked up by the shortstop on the second for 1. No throw to first. That'll be 2 away here in the bottom of the first.
Fanshawe's shortstop making a good job to grab that ball, get it to second. They weren't able to turn 2, but we're close. Taking out the advanced runner. That's 2 outs now. St. Clair's cleanup hitter stepping up.
Now coming up, Amy Claydon, the cleanup hitter. The pitch from Lowry is a ball high.
Amy Claydon led the league in home runs this year with 9.
Lowry looks in. The pitch to ball.
Claydon showing great patience there.
balls.
Claydon had a 1.253 slugging percentage with a .621 on base percentage.
Clayton waiting the 2-0 pitch from Lowry. Swung on, popped up above home plate, and out of play, foul ball. I make the count 2-1. Clayton squared that ball up, just hit it up and over the fence, foul ball. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike here, 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Pitch from Lowry, swung on, fouled, out of play again. Evens the count at 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here with runner on first and the bottom of the first inning. Clayton, with her power, is looking to drive in that runner from first base, or even herself, leading the league in home runs. Lowry looks in at the sign, Goes into the windup. The pitch. Swung on. Drilled down the left field line. Followed by the left fielder. The runner from first is going all the way to home. She has saved an RBI double for Amy Claydon.
Claydon with a hit down the third baseline, sneaking past the left fielder, getting the first RBI of the game, allowing St. Clair to get a run. She hit a double there. Now on base.
Now batting, number 3, Jacqueline Uchin. The pitch is from Lowry. Swung on, fouled up, first base side, underneath it's the first baseman, caught by Askew.
3 outs as they allow 1 run. St. Clair now up 1-0 going into the top of the second. Fanshawe looking to score here. Morgan Lowry did keep St. Clair to a low-scoring first inning, but was it enough? This will be a big game for Morgan Lowry as she is the catalyst here defensively as the pitcher.
It'll be Kennedy Roth here to lead it off for Fanshawe. She was one of Fanshawe's best hitters throughout the season.
Kennedy Roth, one of the star players for Fanshawe. She's got to look to get on base here. Fanshawe now down 1-0. Even though it is only a 1-run lead, St. Clair, every game they play, look to run away with leads. They're 24-0 going into this.
Fanshawe's key here is to keep the game close within striking distance, try to manufacture runs.
Fanshawe cannot be in attendance of a hit parade today, because that will only mean runs. Fanshawe has to keep this team from hitting. They have to hit the strike zone, and if they do hit, they have to be there, positioned well defensively to get under those balls, communicate. As we saw last game, a couple of errors made due to miscommunication on foul balls.
Kressler throws her last warm-up pitch as we get ready for the top of the second inning. Leading off is Kennedy Roth, the center fielder. She's looking to be Fanshawe's first base runner today.
St. Clair
went 3 up, 3 down in the first.
Hoping to come out just as dominant as they did in the first inning.
Kressler with the pitch. Ball low.
Kressler low on that one. Needs to find the strike zone as Fanshawe is an underdog. A lot of great hitters on this team.
Kressler in the windup. The pitch. Called ball. 2 balls, no strikes here on Roth.
2 balls as Kennedy Roth maintains her patience at the plate. She's not swinging any of these loose ones.
Roth waits the 2-0 pitch from Kressler. The pitch. Ball high. 3 balls, no strikes.
She wanted to swing there, but she held in. Her patience showing through. That's 3 balls now. 1 more and she's walked. Kressler's struggling with Kennedy Roth here.
Kressler, the 3-0 pitch. Called strike 1. Roth taking all the way there on the 3-0 count. Now he's looking for something in the middle of the zone. Kressler in the windup, the pitch. Ball in the dirt low. That's Fanshawe's first base runner of the game. And that will bring up Jenna McLean.
Jenna McLean, as mentioned in previous games, set the single-season OCAA women's softball RBI record with 8 in a single game. This is perfect to have Kennedy on base with her up next. Let's see what she can do.
The pitch from Kressler. Ball high. So far the start of the top of the second, Kressler's kind of been all over the place.
Kressler just missing the strike zone there. Jenna staying patient.
Kressler into the windup, the pitch. Fouled off behind home plate.
A
Strike
great
1.
pitch there. Jenna wanted it. She got a piece of it, but it was hit foul. 1-1 is the count now.
Kressler gets the sign, goes into the lineup and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Runner takes off from first, throw down the second. Not in time. The runner is in there safely with a stolen base from Roth.
Kennedy Roth hastily getting to second there. She steals the base. She's there in time, no tag. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jenna now with Kennedy in scoring position. Fanshawe's RBI leader looking to bring Kennedy home.
Kressler gets her sign. Goes in the windup, the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's her 3rd strikeout so far for Kressler.
Gone down swinging. Jenna McLean looking for that RBI. That's only 1 out now with a runner on second.
Now batting the pitcher, number 12, Morgan Lowry.
We've seen her on defense. Now let's see her on offense.
Pitch from Kressler. Swung on and missed. Strike 1.
Kressler finding that strike zone now. She's in her comfort zone.
Kressler really has a higher velocity than we've seen so far this weekend. Kressler goes to the windup. The pitch. Ball low. Looked like a breaking ball to me. In the dirt. Couldn't get the chase.
Good eye there from Morgan Lowry as it's only a check swing.
Kressler looks in at the sign. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on. Caught by its pitcher. On to second to double off Roth, who was moving on contact. That'll be a pop out for Lowry and a thrown out at second because she didn't tag.
Some great defense there from St. Clair as the pitcher catches a little blooper there while it's still in the air from Morgan Lowry, and they turn to catch Kennedy Roth in the rundown. St. Clair showing why they're the best. They need to come out here, get some hits going. They're still up 1-0, but will it be enough to keep Fanshawe subdued? Morgan Lowry did a great job in the first inning, only allowing 1 run. St. Clair in their last 3 games haven't had a run scored on them. On October 15th, they played Conestoga, winning 15-0. Earlier that day, they beat them again 11-0. And then on the 14th of October, beating Seneca 11-0. And earlier that day, beating them 13-3. And on October 12th, beating Lambton twice by 15 apiece, not allowing a single run. We see the dominance of this St. Clair team. It's undeniable. They are clear favorites to win, but we do have a lot of very good underdogs here.
Leading off here for St. Clair is Jody Lafleur. She is playing left field here today. She looks to get the second inning started off on the right foot here for St. Clair. Lowry into the windup. First pitch of the inning. Squared to bunt. Pulls back. Ball 1.
A low ball there from Morgan Lowry, just missing the strike zone. She's got to look to control that.
Can't afford to be behind the count to these St. Clair hitters. The pitch. Check swing. Foul ball. Strike 1. Even the count at 1-1.
Morgan Lowry keeping that one in the strike zone. She needs to find that strike zone, but look for the corners as these St. Clair batters are not to be messed with.
Lafleur waits for the 1-1 pitch. Lowry goes into the windup. The pitch. Squared to bunt. Pulls back. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. That's the second time this at bat. Lafleur is squared to bunt. We'll see if that continues in this next pitch.
Looks as though St. Clair is trying to load the bases for an up next batter.
Lowry in the windup. The pitch. Doesn't square to bunt. Called low. 3 balls and a strike here on Lafleur.
Morgan Lowry not looking good here with 3 balls and 1 strike against St. Clair.
The pitch from Lowry. Swung on and missed. That was a bit of a late swing there by LaFleur. He makes the count full at 3 balls and 2 strikes here for Lowry. Lowry looking to put LaFleur away here at the bottom of the second. Into the windup, the pitch. Called strike 3. That's a strikeout for Lowry.
Lowry coming back from down 3 balls, 1 strike in the count to strike out the first batter of the inning there. That's 1 out.
Was the last batter of the last inning. Pitch from Lowry. Swung on and miss.
Lowry now back in that strike zone, finding her pitches, maintaining good control with her speed.
Emily Erickson here at the plate is down 0-1. The pitch from Lowry. Called strike 2.
2 straight strikes now for Lowry as she continues to find the strike zone. Let's see if she can do it for a 3rd strike in a row. 2 strikeouts in a row possibly.
Erskine looking to stay alive here. Lowry swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's back-to-back
Lowry
strikeouts
with a
for
great
Lowry.
pitch with some great speed on it, slipping by the batter there. That's 2 outs now. Morgan Lowry containing St. Clair, making sure they can't get ahead. They do have a 1-run lead right now, but it's not going anywhere as long as Morgan Lowry stays on that mound.
Now batting number 2, Julia Brousseau. First pitch to her is low and in the dirt. She's playing right field today for St. Clair. Lowry pitched to Brousseau. Swung on and missed. That was a high pitch, but
a
Brousseau
high ball and a
swung.
high swing from Brousseau. As Morgan Lowry now with 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs.
Lowry into the windup pitch. Called a strike.
Another strike as Brousseau doesn't swing for that one. More in her wheelhouse than the last one. That's 2 strikes. Morgan Lowry looking to put away the side here with another strikeout.
Lowry gets her sign. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on him as strike 3. Lowry retires the side on strikes. Now we go to the top of the 3rd.
3 up, 3 down after that one. Fanshawe looking good, playing great defense against St. Clair. Their game plan is working thus far. But we have to wonder how long Fanshawe can keep this up for.
Now let's see if they can manufacture a run here on St. Clair.
As St. Clair right now looks to be a caged monster.
Lowry continuing her performance from yesterday when she struck out a ton of batters against Conestoga.
14, I believe.
She's got 4 so far today in 2 innings. Leading off for the Falcons.
Lowry's record becoming more and more untouchable strikeout-wise, from 136 before the championships to now 154.
It'll be Mirandy Hunter, the catcher, leading it off for Fanshawe.
Mirandy's done a pretty good job at maintaining the ball behind the plate. She's going to have to look to get on base here, as Fanshawe's going to need to score. They haven't scored yet, but they've had runners on base.
She'll be followed by Jada Doxhader and Emily Jameson. Hunter steps into the box. Wrestler gets her sign. The first pitch to Hunter is called strike 1.
Great pitch there. As soon as it crossed the plate, it dropped right into the catcher's glove. Looked a bit of a change up there. She gets the first strike on the first pitch of the inning.
Kressler into the windup. Called ball high.
Too high there. She went from low to high over adjusting here.
Trying to change the view of the batter. Boston trying to get a swing and a miss. The pitch to Hunter. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Great pitch there as Kressler sneaks it by the bat. Marion D. Hunter unable to make contact as that's strike 2.
Hunter looking to get on base here. The pitch from Kressler is fouled off out of play. Staying alive here is Hunter. She looks to be the second runner on base here for Fanshawe today.
Fanshawe has to run up the pitch count for Kressler as she is a defensive weapon here for St. Clair.
The pitch from Kressler. Ball outside. They'll even the count at 2s.
Good patience there from Fanshawe's back catcher, Marion D. Hunter, on the plate.
Without a hit so far in this game. Looking to change that here. The pitch from Kressler is ball low. Bit of a cross-up between the pitcher and the catcher, as it looked like the catcher was expecting something in the dirt, and the pitcher threw a fastball, so miscommunication there. The full count pitch to Hunter is called low, ball 4. Fanshawe gets their second runner on base of the game.
Hunter check swings there.
Didn't go around.
No review on it. She didn't go far enough. She's on base now with no outs. Jada Dockstader stepping up to the plate, hoping to advance the runner, get more runners on base, as they are down 1 run here in the 3rd.
Kressler looks in, gets the pitch, squared to bunt, no, pulls back, called a strike anyway. No advancing by the runner. Took a big lead, second baseman covered first, no throw. Everyone goes back to their positions.
A low pitch, but she committed to the bunt, called a strike.
Kressler rocks into the windup. The pitch. Squared to bunt, called strike 2. No advancement for the runner.
Dockstader looks to bunt again. She's down 2-0. Missed out on that last bunt. It looked like she could have made contact with it, but just unable to as Kressler sneaks it by again for another strike.
Kressler rocks into the windup. The pitch swung on, fouled out of play to keep this at bat at 0-2.
Fanshawe doing a good job down in the count, staying alive, hitting foul balls, chipping them off, and raising Kressler's pitch count. It's got to be a key part of their game plan to take Kressler out of this game.
Kressler gets her sign from the catcher. Into the windup, the pitch swung on, out of play.
Dockstader with another foul ball, staying in the play, staying on the plate. Still 2 strikes, no outs here. Runner on first.
Dockstader, the second baseman, awaits the 0-2 pitch as she looks to advance the runner from first. Hit by pitch. That'll put a runner on first and second with nobody out here for the Falcons.
And an unintentional beanball there puts another runner on base. We have 1 at second, 1 at first. That's Marion D. Hunter on second and Dockstader on first.
Emily Jameson here coming up to the plate. Looking to advance those runners or even possibly tie the game with a base hit here. We'll see what she's going to do here. Kressler gets her sign the pitch. No square to bunt. Big lead by the runners. No throw. The count is now 1 ball, no strikes here for Jameson.
Some excellent display of patience on the plate from Fanshawe right now.
Kressler in the windup. The pitch. Called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Jameson with runners on first and second.
Right down the middle into the zone. That's
Fanshawe.
1 ball, 1 strike now.
Fanshawe looking to find a way to get those runners home. Jameson rocks into the windup. Ready for the pitch. Swung on and missed by Jameson. Great pitch there
with
by
some
Kressler.
great speed there as Jameson unable to make contact, swings through that ball and the ball hits the catcher's mitt. That's 2 strikes now for Kressler. 1 ball, none out.
Kressler rocks in the windup. The pitch outside. Kressler really controlling the tempo of this game. Getting back in set and throwing pitches quickly. throwing off the timing of these Fanshawe batters. Kressler gets in the windup. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's the first out of the inning for St. Clair.
Great pitch there by Kressler. Also a great heads-up play. She notices Jada Dockstader taking a lead on first. She whips the ball over to first, trying to get the tag. Dockstader safe. That's one out now with 2 base runners.
Now comes the leadoff hitter, Paige Askew, who struck out in her at-bat in the first. Squared to bunt, pulls back, call the ball. No advancement by the runners.
Fanshawe looking to put some runners in scoring position. They have one currently, Marindy Hunter on second, looking to get to third. Dockstader trying to get to second.
Kressler looks in at the sign. In the windup, that pitch. Squared to bunt, in the dirt. Runners take off, and they'll be both in there safely. A wild pitch by Kressler, blocked by the catcher, but it gets away, allowing both runners to advance at base. Now, you got 2 runners in scoring position with 1 away and a 2-0 count here for the leadoff hitter, Paige Askew. Kressler looks in, gets her sign, rocks into the windup. The pitch, swung on and missed. 2 balls and a strike here for Askew.
A great pitch there, right down the pipe for Askew. Askew just unable to make contact there. All she needs is a base hit to bring in an RBI. A walk would load the bases.
Kressler rocks into the windup. The pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 2. Askew chasing out of the zone there. Great pitch there by Kressler.
A pitcher's count here now with 1 out. Kressler looking to put away Askew. She struck her out in the first inning. Can she do it again?
Kressler looks in for the sign, gets the windup, fouled off, out of play by Askew, keeping the count even at 2s.
Fanshawe continuing to stay alive with these foul balls. Running Kressler's pitch count up.
Kressler taking a moment, taking a deep breath. Steps back on the rubber, gets her sign, rocks into the windup. The pitch. Bunted. That was slapped foul.
Another foul ball.
Staying alive here.
As Fanshawe stands tall at the plate, unwavering to Brianna Kressler, St. Clair's MVP pitcher.
Kressler steps on the rubber, rocks into the windup. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's the 2nd consecutive strikeout here for Kressler.
2 outs now. Marindy Hunter on third. Jada Dockstader on second. That's 2 runners on base. Fanshawe looking to bring this runner home with 2 outs. Kressler starting her windup. Called a strike. 1 strike now with 2 outs.
Kate Berg here at the plate. She struck out in her first at-bat swinging.
Berg finds herself in a hard position with 2 outs, 2 runners on base.
Kressler in the windup, the pitch, swung on and missed. 0-2 count on Berg. This is really important for Fanshawe to cash in a run here, as you do not want to play with fire with the St. Clair offense for too long. Kressler rocks into the windup, the pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's 3 consecutive strikeouts with runners on base for Kressler.
St. Clair keeping Fanshawe scoreless for the first 3 innings as we enter the bottom of the 3rd. St. Clair with 1 run. Can they increase their lead, or will we stay stagnant? A fast-paced game here, as pitching has been the main key.
Lowry back on the mound here for the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Lowry's done a great job keeping these St. Clair batters from hitting, keeping them off base, making sure they don't get any hits.
To lead it off, it'll be the 9-hitter, Alexis DiCarlo. She's the second baseman today. She wears number 22.
Do you throw like this, the softball, or do you throw it like changing?
Like this. I'm just so used to the baseball.
Would you throw the would you just toss your fingers on the side instead of going like this? I'd probably hold it like that then.
Yeah.
And then kind of flick it down.
I kind of do like a sidearm.
Yeah. Because it's short arm. It's short arm.
Lowry finishes her warm-up pitches. Whole toss around the infield as we get ready here for the bottom of the third inning.
Quick meeting at the mound for Fanshawe as they just give Morgan a little more confidence as she's been doing great up until this point. Let's see if she can continue this great pitching performance. 1-0 St. Clair over Fanshawe.
DeCarlo here to lead it off for the Saints. Lowry steps on the rubber. Gets her sign, rocks into the windup. The pitch, swung on and miss.
Lowry with a strikeout to start the bottom of the third. A strike to start the bottom of the third.
She retired the side on strikes in the last inning. 3 up, 3 down there. Lowry rocks in the windup. The pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 2.
2 straight swings that went right into the glove of the back catcher. That's 2 straight strikes as Morgan Lowry looks to strike out the batter.
Lowry steps back on the rubber, rocks into the windup. The pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3.
3 pitches, and that's 3 strikes. That's the first strikeout of the inning. Morgan Lowry taking her time in between pitches, staying calm, cool, and collected.
Consecutive strikeouts for Morgan Lowry.
An incredible defensive showing for Fanshawe's pitcher.
After the RBI double from Amy Claydon, Lowry has struck out every batter since.
That's got to be a key to Fanshawe winning, is Morgan Lowry's success, keeping her confident, keeping her cool, making sure her head stays in the game.
Now batting the leadoff hitter, Shailene Murphy. Squared to bunt, pull it back, called ball.
Fanshawe's defense is very active, ready for those close bunts.
Corner's playing in, expecting a bunt. Lowry into the windup and the pitch. Swung, drilled up the middle, base hit. Second hit of the afternoon for Murphy.
Great hit there as it sneaks through second and shortstop to find a gap. That's a base hit there for Shailene Murphy. That's another runner on base.
That'll end Lowry's strikeout streak at 5. Lowry looks in at the batter, Balter. The pitch from Lowry, swung on, popped up, third base side, out of play, foul ball, strike 1. 1 away here in the bottom of the third.
Narrowly missing some observers there, that foul ball.
Everyone seems to be okay though.
1 strike. The weather's looking a lot better than it did yesterday. These girls are definitely a lot more comfortable out here. The sun is out, no more rain.
Lowry steps back on the rubber, gets her sign from Hunter, rocks in the windup, the pitch, called strike.
Great pitch there as the speed down the pipe doesn't even allow the batter enough time to try to swing. Batter just watches that one.
Lowry rocks in the windup. The pitch called a strike. Called strike 2.
A low strike there. Could have been a ball, but called a strike. That's 1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out and a runner on first.
Lowry steps back on the mound. The windup, the pitch, swung on, fouled back, almost into the dugout. Back to Lowry. 1-2 count, it remains.
Staying alive at the at the plate with 2 strikes.
Power bats behind Balter here, looking to put her away. Lowry. Ball hit. Left field. That's foul ball.
Just barely foul. That sneaks to the left of the third baseline. Called a foul. Batter staying alive.
That's a
2 strikes here.
That's a huge play for Fanshawe. That ball gone foul. Had that ball gone fair, that's a possible double.
And a runner in scoring position, possibly a score.
Yeah. With St. Clair's power bats coming up.
Morgan Lowry here with 2 strikes, looking to strike out the batter.
Lowry. The 1-2 pitch. High. Evens the count at 2s for Walter.
2-2 now, a pitcher's count. Lowry's in her zone. She just needs to find that batter's box.
Lowry gets her sign from Hunter. Rocks into the windup. The pitch. Swung on, fouled, out of play. The count remains even at 2s.
St. Clair staying alive at the plate. Not allowing another strikeout for Morgan Lowry. 2-2 is the count.
Morgan Lowry
looking to put away the batter here.
Gets her sign from Hunter. Rocks into the windup. The pitch. Ball high. That makes the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away here. And the bottom of the third with a runner on first. With the power bats coming up behind.
A full count here. Morgan Lowry must maintain her composure if she wants this strikeout here.
Lowry takes a deep breath.
Takes her time between pitches.
In the windup, the pitch. Ball 4 high. That'll put runners on first and second for Brianna Kresler.
Morgan looks to be losing a little bit of her confidence. Fanshawe has to know that she is the catalyst for this game. Look past this batter, the one on deck, Amy Clayton, who brought in the first RBI of the game.
First run, scored the first run. Kresler reached on a fielder's choice last time up. Ball gets away from the catcher. Both runners will advance. There will now be runners on second and third with 1 out here in the bottom of the third.
Fanshawe is putting themselves in a bad spot, loading the bases with Amy Clayton on deck. And 1 out.
Kresler looking to drive those runners in on second and third. Lowry rocks in the windup. The pitch. Swung on, fouled out of play. Strike 1.
Kresler is a dangerous player to have on the plate right now. She has 1 more hit in the regular season than Amy Clayton with 46, but has 3 home runs. This is a dangerous player to have on the plate with 2 players on base. Can Morgan Lowry manage to put Kresler away?
Kresler waits for the pitch from Lowry. The pitch. Ball driven. Deep center field. That ball is down for a base hit. Both runners come in to score. Kresler stops at second for a 2-run RBI double for Brianna Kresler.
Kresler with a bomb there. Out to center field, almost hits the fence. She brings in 2 runners here, still on base with a power hitter stepping up. The league leader in home runs, this is Amy Clayton, number 55. She's ready to bring Kresler home. There's 1 out, 3-0 now, St. Clair over Fanshawe.
Lowry sits back on the mound after giving the 2-run double off Kresler. In the windup, the pitch. Swung on and missed by Clayton.
Clayton there swinging for power. It looked like she was reaching for the fences on that one, but didn't make any contact as it hits the glove.
Lowry taking a deep breath behind the mound.
Morgan Lowry really taking her time in between pitches. She knows the pressure that is on her.
Steps back on the mound.
Keeping her composure.
The sign from Hunter, the pitch. Called strike 2.
A great pitch down the middle, right in Amy Clayton's wheelhouse. She could have launched that, but didn't.
Clayton, like she was in her first at-bat, down 0-2. Pitch from Lowry. Called strike 3.
Strike 3 as Clayton watches that one go straight down the pipe. That's 2 outs now as Morgan Lowry tries to come back after allowing 2 runs off of a great double from Brianna Kressler straight to center field.
Now batting Jacqueline Uchin.
Kressler still on base in scoring position for St. Clair. A low ball there as Morgan Lowry isn't able to find the strike zone on that one.
Lowry with the runner still on second base. Taking her time behind the mound between each pitch. Keeping herself calm. The pitch from Lowry. Ball high.
First one low, second one high. Over adjustments made by Morgan Lowry.
Kressler took a big lead there off second. Be interesting to see if she's in motion here.
Kressler looking to score on this play.
Lowry, the pitch to Uchin. Swinging. A little flare down the right field line, but foul.
A nice cut that slips opposite side, foul ball territory. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Uchin struck out her first at bat, looking to drive that run in from second base. The pitch from Lowry, called ball inside. 3 balls, 1 strike here.
Morgan Lowry continuing to take her time before she steps up to the mound.
Uchin waits the pitch from Lowry. Swung on, popped up at first base. First baseman under it, caught by Askew. Little bit of a dangerous play as she stood on the base as the runner was coming. Got out of the way and made the catch.
3 outs there. Fanshawe allowing 2 runs in that. Top of the 4th now. Fanshawe looking to get some offense going. They're still scoreless as of 3 innings. Going into the 4th, they've got to look to score here. They've got to look to put people on base. And they have to stop Brianna Kressler's dominant performance on the mound. A battle of pitchers today, Kressler versus Morgan Lowry. Kressler playing some offense too. She hit a double that brought in 2 RBIs there in the bottom of the 3rd. The double out to the fence past center field. A great hit. She has 3 home runs on the season. Going into the tournament, she had 46 hits, leading the team. Clayton striking out in that last one. Clayton is a big player here for St. Clair as she gets huge hits, gets people on base, and brings people in home. On the season, she actually had the same amount of RBIs as her number, 55 total RBIs on the season.
Although it's 3-0 so far, this is a great game for Fanshawe. Facing a team who's pretty much mercied every team they faced this year, to hold them within 3 runs so far this game has been incredible. I didn't even know who that was.
That's him.
Oh.
He's the top position. He knows my name now. After I've talked to him like 8 times.
Does he know my name?
It's because my dad works for him.
Coming up to a little Biggie Smalls.
Madeline Papa's coming out to Big Papa by Notorious B.I.G. Is she going to have a Big Papa pump swing here?
We'll have
or
to
will
see.
she go down another Kressler victim?
Kressler rocks in the windup, the pitch. Called strike 1, dropped by the catcher, but still called strike.
Great pitch there. It looked like it was going to go high, dropped as soon as it hit the plate. Great speed on that one. Kressler doing an awesome job controlling her pitches. Swing and a miss. That's 2 strikes now as Kressler has Madeline Pappas swinging.
Kressler has 6 strikeouts so far today, looking for her 7th. In the windup, the pitch. Grounded to third base. Picked up with a short ball. Tough hop, hit her in the shoulder.
It can't be brought in as Madeline Pappas takes first base. The error at shortstop. And that's a hit for Madeline Pappas.
Hit a little pothole there. Shortstop picked up and hit her right in the shoulder. Kennedy Roth now up for Fanshawe. She walked her first time up. Squared the bunt there. Called strike. Roth awaits the 0-1 pitch to Kressler. Kressler into the windup. That pitch. Called strike 2.
Roth watches that strike. She's now down 2 in the count with a runner on base. She's got to look to advance the runner here. It's her, then Jenna McLean, a great hitter.
In the windup from foul ball. Roth staying alive here at 0-2. Kressler looking to change the eye view of that pitch, going down and up.
Roth leaning in a little bit on that one, hits the foul ball.
Kressler into the windup, the pitch. Kind of chops at that one and almost hit her.
Another foul ball as she stays alive, down 2-0 in the count. That's 2 straight foul balls, raising Kressler's pitch count.
Kressler steps back on the mound, into the windup, the pitch. Ball outside, good hold there by Roth.
Roth was seen reaching for one of those foul balls. Could have reached for that one, but her patience shone through, and she watches that one hit the glove.
Roth swings and a miss at the pitch, in the dirt, runner takes off, is safe at second, and safe at first. Everybody's safe.
Safe at second.
It was a swinging strikeout, however, the ball was in the dirt. So, Roth took off for first, however, Pappas was at first, so she was out. And then on the drop ball, Pappas took off for second and was safe on the stolen base. Confusion was people thought it was a force, however, the batter at home was out anyway. Swing and a miss there by McLean by the first pitch.
Jenna McLean looking to get another RBI on the season. Again, she had 8 in one game, setting the single game record for OCAA. She looks to bring the speedster Kennedy Roth home.
McLean struck out in her first at bat. Swung and a miss at a high pitch up and over her head there. 2
strikes in a row now for Jenna McLean. Unable to make contact with that one, swinging a little high.
Kressler looks in at the sign, rocks into the line, the pitch. Called strike 3. That's another strikeout for Kressler.
Kressler taking out a key batter there with another strikeout.
That's now 8 on the day for Kressler.
Planning to leave Kennedy Roth stranded there on second.
Now batting, looking to help her own cause, pitcher Morgan Lowry. First pitch to her is a ball outside.
A good eye there from Lowry, who's shown patience and composure on the mound, showing it here at the plate as well. 2 outs here. Fanshawe in a bad position.
Lowry awaits the pitch. Kressler. Second pitch is a ball inside, down 2-0 here to Lowry.
And a good eye has her dodge that pitch. That's 2 balls with no strikes. Lowry looking to get a hit here.
Kressler with the pitch. Ball drilled. Center field. That's in the gap. Runner from second. He'll come in to score. Lowry's on her way to second. She's going to go to third. Throw from center field is not in time. She is a safe hit there with an RBI triple for Morgan Lowry.
Huge hit there from Morgan Lowry in between center and left, hitting the Fanshawe banner. Morgan Lowry bringing in
Kressler rocks in the windup. The pitch. Called strike one. Got the corner there.
Marandy Hunter has to be patient on this one as there are 2 outs here. She has to look for the right pitch to bring that runner home.
And Kressler with the pitch. Ball outside.
Marandy keeping a good eye on that ball as it goes outside, doesn't swing, call the ball.
Kressler looks in. Pitch. Called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Hunter. She's looking to drive in that run from third.
2 great strikes here now from Kressler. She looks to get 1 more for another strikeout on the game.
This would be a huge run here if Fanshawe can bring her home. The pitch from Kressler. Swung on, drilled to center field. That's caught on a line by the center fielder, Balzer.
Marandy Hunter, the 3rd out of the inning as a line drive straight to center field is caught.
That was a hard hit ball, just right at the fielder. Not much you can do about that.
St. Clair is still in the lead going into the bottom of the 4th, 3-1. They scored twice in the 3rd, once in the 1st. Fanshawe got their first run of the game there off of a big hit from Morgan Lowry out to center field. It hit the fence and she brought home a runner. We look to see Morgan Lowry keep her composure on the mound, take her time in between pitches, and try to keep St. Clair from scoring again. She allowed 2 runs last inning. Let's see if she can give them another donut on the scoreboard.
It'll be Jody LaFleur to lead it off here for St. Clair. She struck out looking in her first at-bat, the second of 5 straight strikeouts of that inning.
LaFleur on the season has a home run, 34 hits.
Lowry has 6 strikeouts in the outing so far. Kressler has 8.
Lowry adding 6 more strikeouts to the 14 she got yesterday. That's a total of 20 strikeouts in 1.5 games. An incredible performance from Morgan Lowry. You cannot discredit her.
No.
She is definitely the catalyst for this Fanshawe team, the MVP for sure, as she continues to put up performance after performance.
LaFleur stepping into the box now. Gets ready to face Lowry. Lowry steps back on the mound. Gets the sign from the catcher Hunter. Box and wind up. The pitch. Squared to bunt.
Bunted and called ball. Because it's too high and she doesn't fully commit to the bunt.
Lowry looks in for the sign. Rocks into the windup. The pitch. Squared to bunt. In the air. Caught by the third baseman. 1 away.
And there's an out as the bunt is lifted into the air and the third baseman ready for that one. Fanshawe's defense has been quick to collapse on these bunts all game. You see right there as the third baseman is able to get in there and grab that one quickly.
Now batting, Emily Erskine. Erskine. Pitch from Lowry. Called outside. Not the call Lowry would have wanted there, but Erskine receives the pitch from Lowry. Called high. 2 balls. No strikes.
High ball there from Lowry as it seems she's struggling to find her control, taking less time between pitches now.
Lowry gets her sign, rocks in the lineup. The pitch. Another ball high. That's 3-0 here on Erskine. Lowry gets her sign from Hunter. Into the windup, the pitch. Called strike. Erskine taken all the way there.
Great pitch there by Lowry to find the strike zone again. That's 3 balls, 1 strike now.
Lowry gets the sign from Hunter. Rocks into the windup. The pitch. Swung on and missed.
Great pitch there. Now it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Still with 1 out. The out at third off of a pop fly bunt.
Emily Erskine looking to get on base here for St. Clair. Lowry looking to put her away. Lowry into the windup. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's the 7th strikeout of the afternoon for Lowry.
Lowry with 21 strikeouts in OCAA competition. Almost halfway to the amount of strikeouts that St. Clair's 2 best pitchers had, 48 and 50 respectively. She's already at 21 in a game and a half.
Lowry, first pitch to Brosu. Called strike.
Great pitch there as Morgan Lowry able to find the strike zone again. She's regained her confidence, keeping her composure.
Julia Brosu struck out in her first time up. Lowry steps back on the mound. Rocks in the windup. The pitch. Called high. Ball 1.
High ball there as Morgan tries to get the batter swinging. Batter watches that one. Now 1-1.
Lowry steps back on the mound. Looks in for the sign. Rocks into the windup. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes in the bottom of the 4th here.
Lowry needs 1 more strike to end the inning and keep St. Clair at a 0 scoring inning.
Lowry. The pitch to Brosu. Called high. Evens the count at 2s. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Now with a pitcher's count, let's see what Morgan Lowry can do here.
Lowry steps back on the mound. Brosu waiting for the 2-2 pitch. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's another strikeout for
Morgan Lowry. She strikes out the last batter there, keeping St. Clair scoreless in the 4th. It's the 2nd time they've been able to do that. It looks as though Fanshawe to be the underdog to beat St. Clair right now, as long as they can stay in this game, keeping the pitching good, getting people on base. We've seen they're able to hit off of Brianna Kressler.
It'll be Jada Daxtater up to bat here for Fanshawe. She was hit by a pitch in her last at-bat. She looked to get on base, but hopefully in a different way, a less painful way at that.
Brianna Kressler had 48 strikeouts on the season with a .21 ERA. She's looking great today, but she needs to continue. She held Fanshawe scoreless in the first 3 innings, allowing 1 run last inning from a big bomb out to center field by Morgan Lowry, bringing in 1 run there.
Kressler getting ready, giving her teammates a word of encouragement. Daxtater steps up to the box, gets her sign, rocks in the line of the pitch. Called strike 1.
Strike 1 to start the top of the 5th. Brianna Kressler in her zone, continuing where she left off.
Daxtater waits the pitch from Kressler. In the windup, the pitch. Swung on, drilled up the middle, caught by the shortstop, on to first. In time, what a scoop by the first baseman. Uchin. What a stretch and a pick. She's getting up slowly. Possibly pulled a hamstring.
Split there to catch the ball. She may have been injured on it. She made the play, caught it.
Great play. What a pick by Uchin. She's down now. Trainer's coming out to check on it. Looks like a possible hamstring injury. We'll wait and see.
An incredible hustle play there by St. Clair. You see why they're the best. They're willing to put their bodies on the line to get outs like that. For the first out of the inning, she does a full split to catch that one. Now being helped up off the field, they're going to have to find a substitution for her. As
a first baseman, as a former first baseman, I know how much those hurt. Pull those hamstrings. Sometimes takes a minute to walk off. We'll see if she stays in the game.
She's looking quite resilient right now, already on her feet. Telling the coach what's up. And now she's walking off.
St. Clair does have a few options off the bench. We'll wait to see if Yuchin can stay in the game.
Yuchin feeling that hamstring right now. It looks as though she'll be subbed off.
She's walking towards the dugout with the coach and the trainer. As she looks like number 8, Madison Barber, is coming on to play first base for Yachin.
So Yuchin subs out of the game after that injury. She got the play.
Madison Barber subbing in.
Huge hustle play there for Yuchin at first as she did a full split to catch that ball, got the out, but came up injured. Good clap from the crowd as she left the field.
Coach discussing the players, the strategy coming up.
Long intermission here as the coaches go over the pitch count for the pitcher. So with 1 out, top of the 5th, that was the first out of the inning where Yuchin got injured.
Madison Barber comes in to play first base for the Saints. Stepping in the box now is Emily Jamison. She struck out in her first at-bat. Kessler rocks in the line. The pitch swung on and missed by Jamison.
Great pitch there by Kressler. Has Jamison swinging. Kressler's in her zone. She knows what she has to do to win this game, and she's continuing to perform.
Second pitch is a called strike. 0-2 here on Jamison.
2 quick strikes after that out. Kressler looking to put this inning away quickly.
Kressler into the wind. The pitch. Ball high.
High ball, keeping the batter on their toes. 1 ball, 2 strikes with only 1 out right now. Kressler looking to put this batter away with 1 more strike.
Jamison, the pitch from Kressler, called outside. Ball 2. Evens the count at 2s with 1 away here in the top of the 5th.
Kressler shaking her head. She didn't like that call. Thought it was a strike.
In the windup, Kressler goes. Swung on and missed. Strike 3.
And she gets the strike she wanted as she strikes out that batter. That's 2 outs now to start the top of the 5th. St. Clair dominating. Giving their pitcher little words of encouragement.
Now batting number 1, Paige Askew, who's striking out in both of her first 2 at-bats. Looking to change the story on this one. Kressler gets her sign, rocks in the windup. The pitch swung on a miss. That pitch was in the dirt, but Askew chased.
Askew chasing these ones would have been a ball, but she swung at it, making it 1 strike with 2 outs
Kressler
here.
Gets her sign, rocks into the windup. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2.
Askew with 2 swings there, both strikes, neither making contact. That one better than the first one. But now she's down 0-2.
Looks in, gets her sign in the windup. Swung on, popped up, foul ball.
Not enough time.
Third baseman almost got to it. Wasn't high enough for the third baseman to fully get there. That's a foul ball. Kressler
looking for the strikeout here.
Gets the sign, rocks into the windup. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's the 10th strikeout of the game for Kressler.
3 outs now going into the bottom of the 5th. St. Clair leading 3-1. Holding Fanshawe scoreless for 4 innings. Fanshawe scored once in the 4th, but haven't been able to since, as St. Clair continues to dominate. Morgan Lowry held St. Clair scoreless in the last inning. Let's see if she can do it again here. It's vital that she does, as her defense is the catalyst for this team. And right now, Fanshawe is relying on her performance to keep them afloat.
Following this game, there'll be the winner of this game will go on to face Durham later on today. The loser of this game will stay and play Humber, who lost to Durham in our first game. Fanshawe looking to hold St. Clair at 3 and maybe come back, so they'll be the team to go to the undefeated game.
Morgan Lowry's last warm-up in the dirt. She's got to find that control and composure so that she can come out and keep performing at the high level we expect her to.
It's Alexis DiCarlo here leading it off for the Saints. The Saints trying to hold this 3-1 lead, maybe even make it bigger, so they'll play the game against Humber. Or Durham, my bad. DiCarlo struck out in her first at bat. Lowry into the windup, the pitch. Called inside, ball 1.
Morgan not happy with that call. She's got to take her time, find that control that she had in the earlier innings.
Morgan, Lowry into the windup, the pitch. Called high, 2 balls, no strikes here on DiCarlo, the second baseman. Lowry into the windup, the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 1.
Lowry finding the strike zone now for 1 strike off of 2 balls. No outs here to start the bottom of the 5th.
Lowry on the rubber. Into the windup, the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Even the count's at 2.
2-2 count now, as Lowry looks to put away this batter.
DiCarlo looking to put something in play here. Lowry rocks in the windup, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
So for the first out to open the bottom of the 5th, Lowry strikes out the batter.
Now coming up, the leadoff hitter, number 28, Shaylin Murphy. Murphy singled in both of her first 2 at-bats. Squares the bunt, pulls back, called high, ball 1. 1 away here, the bottom of the 5th. Lowry in the windup, the pitch. Swung on, fouled off behind home plate, strike 1. Morgan Lowry looking to tie her counterpart Chrysler in strikeouts here. Lowry rocks in the windup. That pitch called low.
Low ball there for the second ball of the up bat.
Falcons aren't happy with that call, but it's called low.
Lowry taking her time, stepping to the mound now.
Calming herself down. Into the windup, the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 2. That evens the count at 2s with 1 out here. The leadoff hitter, Shaylin Murphy. Shaylin Murphy.
Lowry looking to strike out the 2 first batters of the inning.
Lowry gets her sign. Rocks in the windup, the pitch. Fouled off behind home plate, off the screen. Keeps the count at 2-2 with 1 out here.
St. Clair staying alive with that foul ball. One strike could mean an out here. Morgan Lowry taking her time to step back up.
Murphy looking for her third hit of the day. The pitch from Lowry. Swing, pop up, center field. The second shortstop runs out and she makes the catch. What a play by McLean.
2 outs now as some important defense played as Jenna McLean gets under that one to catch the fly.
Holzer here for the Saints, looking to keep this inning alive. Lowry looking to shut it down. Lowry rocks in the windup. The pitch. Swing. A ball driven deep left field. That ball is caught by the left fielder, Jameson.
Jameson makes a great catch out in left field to track that one. She had to move back for it, reach over her head. She caught that one.
So far this game, despite the 3-1 score, it has really been a pitcher's duel. 10 strikeouts so far for Kressler, 9 for Lowry. Both pitchers commanding the strike zone.
We've been watching 2 of the best pitchers in the league go face to face. Lowry with 24 strikeouts in OCAA competition
in 2 days.
In less than 2 games. She still has 2 innings left to play in this game. She's already pitched 5 innings. We go into the top of the 6th to see what Fanshawe can do. Can they close this gap? Can they take a lead in these last 2 innings as we get down to the wire in this game?
It'll be Kate Berg to lead it off here. She struck out in her first 2 at-bats today. She'll be followed by Madeline Pappas, who singled, and Kennedy Roth, who walked and struck out in her 2 at-bats so far today. Chrysler throws her last warm-up pitch as we get ready for the top of the 6th.
Sarah Reading stepping up, looking to get things going with a little gasolina. Kressler with the first pitch. It's a ball in the dirt as the back catcher drops that one. A ball to start out the 6th inning.
Second pitch swung on and missed by Reading.
A late swing there by Reading, resulting in the
strike. Hits here
strike.
for Katie Berg. Reading looking to start a rally here for the Falcons. Pitch from Chrysler is a ball high. 2 balls and a strike here on Reading.
Fanshawe needs to score in these last 2 innings. They're down 2 runs, but haven't been able to score.
Reading awaits the 2-1 pitch from Chrysler. Swung on him as strike 2. That evens the count at 2-2 with nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning.
2-2 count, something Kressler has become very comfortable with in this game. Will she strike out another batter?
And a windup. The pitch. Swung on, fouled out of play. That'll keep the count at 2-2.
Fanshawe doing an incredible job staying on the plate, running up pitch count, hitting foul balls.
So far, one of the closest games St. Clair's been in this year. Pitch from Chrysler. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Reading is down on strikes.
Big strikeout there by Brianna Kressler, striking out Sarah Reading. That's the first out of the inning. Madeline Pappas stepping back up to the plate.
She singled in her last at-bat. First pitch is called strike.
Strike down the center. The catcher can't squeeze that one as it drops. but it is called a strike.
Pappas
Just
has
one
an
out
0-1
here.
count here. Has singled and flown out to second base so far today. Swung and driven. Center field. That's caught by the center fielder, Balzer.
2 quick outs here for St. Clair.
Batting now, the cleanup hitter, number 6, Kennedy Roth. She led the team this year in hits.
Kennedy Roth has been on base a couple times this game already. Will she be able to do it again?
Chrysler looking to put Roth away here. First pitch of the at-bat, swing and a miss, strike 1. Roth has walked and struck out so far today.
We're starting to say Chrysler instead of Kress.
Kressler into the windup, the pitch. A little half swing there by Roth, fouling the pitch off.
Almost a check swing that she fouls off there. That's 2 strikes now with 2 outs. Not looking good in the count here.
Roth has no 2 count. Kressler and the pitch. Another foul off out of play by Roth. Staying alive, keeping the count at 0-2.
Roth reaching for that one. She fouls that off.
Kressler looking to put Roth and the side away here. Kressler in the windup. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's her 12th strikeout of the game.
A huge swing there from Kennedy Roth. She swings right through the ball, and it goes into the mitt. That's 3 strikes there. St. Clair now coming back. Bottom of the 6th. They're up 3-1, looking for some more offense to put this game away. We only have an inning and a half left to play for Fanshawe to come back before it's too late. If Fanshawe can't get it done in their next up at bat, St. Clair will walk them off.
We do have to give Fanshawe credit here. This is one of the closest games St. Clair's been in, and it's all because of the dominant performance so far by Morgan Lowry.
Remind you, in St. Clair's last 5 season games, they scored over 10 runs with an average of 13.5 runs a game. St. Clair looking a little out of character here as they're unable to score with the high potency they usually are.
And it has to do with the dominant performance so far by Morgan Lowry.
Morgan Lowry
9 strikeouts so far.
Keeping St. Clair in their cage, not allowing them to explode a lead.
Leading off this inning will be the pitcher, Brianna Chrysler, who had the 2-run RBI double her last time up.
Kressler
She's looking to repeat that performance in this at-bat.
Kressler's the league MVP, looking to have another great performance. She's been performing every game.
Lowry gets ready to pitch to Chrysler.
An excellent all-around player Kressler is.
Lowry gets the sign, rocks in the windup, the pitch. Swung on, ground ball to the shortstop, picked up by the shortstop, on to first, in time. Can't make the scoop at first. The runner is safe.
As the throw is in time, it is dropped at first. Kressler makes it to first. We'll count that as a base hit. Amy Clayton now stepping up to the plate. She's been known to hit some bombs. 9 home runs on the regular season. Can she bring Kressler home?
Mistakes happen in baseball. That's a tough one with the slugger and Clayton coming up. Clayton, pitch from Lowry, called high, 0-1.
Called a ball. Looked like it was in Clayton's wheelhouse, but she watches that one, looking for the right pitch.
Clayton awaits the 1-0 pitch. Lowry delivers a strike. 1-1 here on Clayton. St. Clair not happy with that strike call.
Lowry finding that strike zone again, looking for another strikeout here.
Lowry steps back on the rubber, gets her sign from Hunter, rocks into the windup, the pitch, swung on, fouled out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes here on Clayton.
Good swing there, unable to make solid contact as she just chips it up into the back fence. Clayton looking for a big hit here. She's down 2 strikes in the count. Only 1 ball, no outs, with a runner on base.
Lowry steps back on the rubber. Gets your sign from Hunter. The 1-2 pitch. Pop up, third base. Caught. Safe at first as the runner, Kressler, took off for second to steal the base. Ball was popped up, caught by the shortstop, but she made it back safely.
A great throw there from third to first. It's not in time to get the runner, but
great heads-up play there by McLean. Couldn't get the second out, though. She made the first out and was close on the second one. Called strike 1 on Madison Barber,
low strike there,
who came in as a defensive replacement after Jacqueline Yushin got hurt on that incredible pick play. This is her first at bat of the game. She squares the bunt and misses. That's strike 2 now.
Called a strike as she commits to the bunt there but doesn't get any contact. That's 2 strikes with 1 out. No balls. Morgan Lowry looking to put away the batter here.
Barber, in her first at bat of the game, gets ready for the 0-2 pitch from Lowry. It is swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's the 10th strikeout of the game for Lowry.
Barber gave that one a haircut, just barely missed that swing as it's called a strike. That's 2 outs now and another strikeout for Morgan Lowry.
Judy LaFleur coming up now. She's looking for her first hit of the day. Lowry trying to strand that runner at first. Lowry rocks on the windup. That pitch. Ball high, way high. Wild pitch. Runner takes off for second. No throw. That was uncharacteristically high for Lowry.
A very wild pitch. I believe the most wild pitch we've seen in these games so far. Allows Brianna Kressler to steal second base.
LaFleur. 1-0 pitch. Is another high ball.
2 balls, no strikes here with 2 out. Morgan Lowry looking to put away this batter.
Lowry pushing the dirt around. Maybe having a little trouble with the landing foot there. Steps back on the rubber. Rocks into the windup. The pitch. Called strike. A huge lead there by Kressler as the center fielder came in to try and do a little bit of a back pick. No throw was made as Kressler got back safely. Now, 2 balls, 1 strike here to LaFleur. Lowry rocks into the windup. The pitch. Called low. Fanshaw's not happy with that call, but it was called low.
3 balls, 1 strike with 2 out here. Morgan Lowry's been in this position before, come back and struck out the batter. Will she be able to do it again?
LaFleur waits the 3-1 pitch from Lowry. Rocks in the windup. The pitch. Called. Swung on and missed. Pitcher runner takes off for third. She's in there safely as she got under the tag.
Brianna Kressler with a very unorthodox slide there.
But
she's safe.
Does a bit of a swim move to get around that tag. Now the count is full with 2 outs and a runner on third for Judy LaFleur. Lowry looking to strand that runner at third base here. Keep that score at 3-1. Lowry into the windup. The pitch. Grounded left field side. Foul ball. Count remains at 3-2.
A good foul ball to stay alive there. Lowry desperately wants this strikeout, but she must maintain her composure and take her time in between pitches. She can't allow that run to be scored.
Lowry looks in. Rocks into the windup. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Another strikeout for Morgan Lowry. That's 11 now on the day.
A great strikeout there as Morgan Lowry continues to perform. That makes 25 in OCAA competition this year. That's half of St. Clair's McKenna Copley's season 50 strikeouts. Morgan Lowry has that in 2 games. So we go into possibly what could be the final inning of play. If St. Clair is able to keep Fanshawe scoreless, they will win this after this defense. But if Fanshawe can score, St. Clair will have one more chance.
It's really
should
down.
Fanshawe tie it up.
Do or die time now for Fanshawe. They want to move on here and go to the undefeated game, as St. Clair is looking to remain undefeated on the season.
The whole game has been about the pressure put on Morgan Lowry to keep St. Clair.
She has struck out in her first 2 at-bats in this game.
Jenna McLean, usually a great hitter in the regular season, has struggled against St. Clair here, unable to get anything going. Has had chances to get RBIs, bring batters in, but she hasn't been able to. Let's see if she can make a difference this time. This could be it. Can Fanshawe make a comeback and put themselves back in this game? Kressler ready now.
Gets ready for the pitch. Rocks into the windup and the pitch. Ball low. Little cross up there by the catcher as she went to block the ball. Caught it kind of awkwardly.
Kressler has done a great job thus far pitching. All 6
rocks
innings.
Into the windup. The pitch. Swung on a high pitch at her eyes. That was a tough swing to watch from McLean.
Kressler has had McLean's number all game, getting her to swing at things she shouldn't be swinging at.
Kressler into the windup. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled into the glove. Strike 2.
2 quick strikes here for Kressler.
Kressler looking for another strikeout. Walks into the windup. The pitch. Swung on, fouled out of play. Keeping the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Fanshawe throughout this game has been able to hit foul balls off Kressler, raise her pitch count, but have been unable to put them or keep them in play.
Kressler walks into the windup. The pitch swung on and missed. Called a foul ball by the umpire. The count remains at 1 ball, 2 strikes for McLean. Kressler rocks in the windup. The 1-2. Fouled out of play again. McLean really battling up there, trying to keep this game alive for the Falcons.
McLean doing her best to stay at the plate right now. Understanding the pressure she has on her to perform.
Kressler the windup. The pitch. Swung on, drilled. Center field. What a diving catch by Balzer. What a play for the first out of the inning.
A dive and a roll to get that out. St. Clair hustling for plays. We've seen them hit the deck and still make the catches. We saw Yitchin at first.
Lowry
do a split to catch that one, and then as Balzer dives for that, that's 1 out on the inning. St. Clair looking strong.
Morgan Lowry now up, who doubled and who had an RBI double that scored the only run so far for Fanshawe in this game, looking to get on base here.
Lowry doing as much as she can to help this team, contributing to the only score so far.
Kressler rocks in the windup. The pitch. Ball inside. 1 ball, 1 strike here on Lowry. She's done her part defensively and offensively as she's carried the team with 11 strikeouts and has scored as the only RBI of the game. That pitch was swung on and missed.
Safe
1
to
ball,
say
2
Morgan
strikes.
Lowry may be Fanshawe's player of the game for this game. Not looking too good for Fanshawe right now as Kressler has 2 strikes with 1 out.
Kressler in the windup, the pitch. Low, ball 2, evens the count at 2-2 here with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Lowry
Kressler
looking to get a rally going here for Fanshawe. Kressler into the windup, the pitch. Fouled out of play. Staying alive is Lowry. Kressler trying to prevent any sort of rally from Fanshawe.
Lowry's got to get a hit here. It's crucial that Fanshawe does something with this offensive play.
Kressler in the pitch. Did she go? No, she didn't. Check swing. No swing.
St. Clair player is unhappy with that call as they thought it was a full swing.
The plane of her bat did not cross the plate. No swing. That'll make the count full. Kressler with the full bounce pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Keep saying
2 outs now as St. Clair looks to close this game.
Pitch is Kressler. Ball low.
Kressler with an amazing game today, looking like the MVP she is. Already won that award for the regular season. She'll probably win player of the game here.
In the windup, Kressler. Called strike 1, evens the count at 1-1.
Kressler really taking her time here, gaining her composure, making sure that she's calm between pitches.
Mirandy Hunter. Second pitch is a ball. Third pitch is a ball high. 2 balls and a strike here with 2 away at the top of the 7th. This is one of the closest games St. Clair's been in all season. Kressler in the windup. The pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike here on Hunter. Hunter looking to get on base and start a rally here for the Falcons.
Hunter in a good spot with 3 balls, 1 strike. There are 2 outs. She has to do something here.
In the windup, the pitch. Called strike 2. That'll fill up the count with 2 away here in the top of the 7th.
A full count. Kressler needs 1 strike to win this game for her team. Can she do it?
Kressler in the windup. The pitch. Fouled off. First base side. Running is the second baseman. It's dropped. That's a foul ball. The count will remain full. A tough play there for DiCarlo, who ran over from second base to try and make the play. Just missed the play on a jumping effort, but it was a foul ball. The count will remain full with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Kressler in the windup, the pitch. Swung on, popped up. Shortstop underneath it. Catch made by Murphy, and that'll do it, folks. St. Clair remains undefeated with a 3-1 victory over the Fanshawe Falcons. They will go on to face the Humbert Hawks in the next game. Fanshawe will be right back here with Humbert. St. Clair will go on to play Durham, who beat Humbert earlier today.
Now as the players line up to see who the players of the game for each side, my guess for St. Clair is Brianna Kressler. And for Fanshawe, I would have to say Morgan Lowry. Morgan Lowry with a great performance.
I have to agree. That's probably the closest game that St. Clair's been in all year, and it's all thanks to Morgan Lowry, who kept their team in it all game, scoring that 1-run RBI double in the 4th, as well as having 11 strikeouts.
Morgan Lowry declared player of the game for Fanshawe.
As expected, Brianna Kressler is the MVP for St. Clair in this game. Coming up next will be Fanshawe versus Humber in Game 3 on Friday of the OCAA Softball Championships.
We'll be right back. Stay tuned in as Fanshawe versus Humber coming up next. I'm Ben Wright. This is Steve O'Dom, and we will be back with you in a minute.